Welcome inside, veterans.
Hello, I'm John Udicek, President of Luzerne County Community College, title sponsor of the Friday Night Rivals football program. Fall Friday nights in northeastern Pennsylvania are about school pride, high school football, and celebrating our student scholar athletes. So sit back and enjoy the excitement. It's time for Luzerne County Community College's Friday Night Rivals.
This is Luzerne County Community College Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Bathfitter on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome inside Veterans Memorial Stadium. We're in Bucktown, Lackawanna County. Tonight, it's a Lackawanna Football Conference Division II showdown as Friday Night Rivals, team number 10, Lakeland, battles Dunmore. A pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Ide, and welcome to week number 6 already of high school football here on MyTV WQMY. On the sidelines, once again, Vincent Goldschmidt, and in the booth with me, former Tunkhannock area coach Jan Sechak. And Jan, big game in Division II, also in District 2 AA. So let's get right to the Chiefs. 4-1, their only loss coming in to undefeated Wyoming area. They have a great quarterback in Dave Nanowitz. They like to throw the ball, so we're going to see a lot of our figure law spotlight player, Chase Rosenkrantz.
Chase Rosenkrantz, number 5, 6'1", 165-pound senior, wide receiver, defensive back. He's got 222 yards this year, 4 touchdowns. In his career, he's over 1,200 yards receiving and 15 touchdowns. Defensively, he's been there. He's the breakup guy. And Bob, he also plays golf, and he played a round of golf today, so he should be ready to go.
He should be absolutely ready to go. We did not golf, so we'll have to move on. Let's go to Dunmore now. We learned before the game that Weston Unoni, the starting quarterback, a transfer from Susquehanna, will not get the start tonight. We may see him later in the game. So that means Dunmore's going to run the ball with our other figure law spotlight player, Ryan Mecca.
Ryan Mecca has been the go-to guy in this win swing tee offense that Coach McHale runs here. He's got 272 yards, 2 touchdowns on the year. But more importantly, this year, defensively, he's got 2 pick sixes. So they really look at him as a defensive leader.
Absolutely. So let's get to our Luzerne County Community College keys to the game. First, for the visitors from Lakeland.
Well, Coach Boracek said he's concerned about the quarterback extending their plays. Again, they don't have that threat at this point, and he's worried about turnovers. And then with the Bucks, coaches said the same thing. They've got to cut down on the mental mistakes, and he really wants to take care of those big plays that Lakeland Chiefs can really spring on you at any time.
I don't know who's ordering this weather, but we'll keep taking it. Let's go now and check out the weather with meteorologist Brian Schrader from the Fox 56 News, first at 10.
Yeah, everybody, another beautiful night for a football game. Not too hot for the players, not too cold for the fans. Sunset at 6:53, so you can see we have partly cloudy skies through the game. 68 degrees at kickoff. By halftime, we're at 65 degrees. By the end of the game, 64 degrees. Might see a little patchy fog developing. We have some nice weather for this evening, but how's your weekend looking? I'll have that in your Fox 56 forecast. We'll see you tonight, first at 10.
Well, it's the 60th meeting between these old Big 11 rivals, and we should have a good one here tonight. It's Lakeland and Dunmore next.
We'll go back to Veterans Memorial Stadium. We are in Dunmore, anticipating tonight's game between Lakeland and the Bucks. Before we get to tonight's kickoff, let's head down to Vince on the field. And Vince talking about what we'll see on the heads of the Bucks tonight.
Yeah, Bob, in football, obviously a contact sport. Injuries happen, but the Bucks doing a great job to prevent it, being the first team in all of the district to implement the Guardian caps. Talked to head coach Kevin McHale earlier this week, and he said, we felt the decreased number in concussions, and it's all about safety, and it definitely is. And hopefully other teams start to implement it. You've seen teams take it up in practice, but the Bucks, the first to have it in all of the district. Hopefully it'll keep them safe tonight in this great game. Guys?
So, Jan, they started out with blue. The first week, everybody's like, what is on their heads? Then they got the crimson. And now they finally added the side. They have the Bucks on it. So it looks like, kind of looks like a normal helmet, but it's all for safety. And, you know, props to Dunmore for being the first, and maybe it will catch on.
And again, it comes down to the safety of the kids, and if this is going to help mitigate the concussion syndromes that a lot of kids have, hey, go for it. Coach McHale's, the leader of this up here in District 2.
So Lakeland won the toss. They deferred. Dunmore gets the ball. Jankowski to kick things off in this Division II game of the Lackawanna Football Conference. And it's off the hands of Harding. And Hardy brings it up. Big push. And all the way up near the 40-yard line. And that's where we'll see tonight's starting quarterback. No, it is not Weston Iannone. The Susquehanna transfer we talked about will not start tonight's game. We may see him. So it's sophomore Brady McCormick. Just 2 touchdowns. He is more of a thrower than a runner.
And that changes the dynamics of the wing tee that Coach McHale runs here at Dunmore. But that's a nice compliment to have. And again, they have 2 touchdowns, no interceptions in the spotted time he's had. That's awesome.
So Dunmore comes in averaging 36 points per game with Iannone at the helm, 348 total yards per game, most of that on the ground. And the Bucks right up the middle as always. And it is Ryan Mecca who brings it up forward for about 4.
Hey, you'll see right here, it's just they go motion and they just go with that inside trap play. You see big number 78 in there doing a nice job. That's Ethan Durst, 6'5", 240-pound junior that was leading the blocking up inside.
So the sophomore into the huddle, and Dunmore is going to work a time of possession. They want to keep this high-powered offense from Lakeland off the field. So you will see a lot of running from this Bucks team. As Coach said, it is a wing tee offense. So it's a single set on this one. And they said, just as they say, he goes to throw. So McCormick trying to hit a little quick in to Doherty, and let's take a look at this offense brought to you by Bathfitter. McCormick, Mecca, and Brandon Mecca, the brothers in the backfield. McHale, that is the coach's son. Harding and Miller is the tight end. And up front, this is where the game's going to be won or lost. And Coach Davies, Dickel, Oprisky, Shigo, and Durst up front. A lot of juniors up there, but a lot of size.
255-pound average. The big guy up there is number 75, Keegan Oprisco, 6'5", 320-pound senior.
And he is the center, so he's right in the middle. So on third down, Mecca cuts it up. And he's up close to the line again. He will have a Keystone Container first down for the Bucks near midfield.
Well, a staple of wing tee will be the buck sweep, and here it is being run right at you. And you saw 58 Patrick Dickel, 5'9", 190-pound junior lead blocking, and Brandon Mecca with the carry on that.
Mecca had the block. So Mecca blocking for his brother. So it was the younger Mecca getting a good block. So typical Dunmore football. Close formation. Okay, up for 3 goes Brandon Mecca, 28 carries on the year, 162 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Well, same play they ran the first play on the very first play of the game. Fullback trap up inside here. They go deep motion. There it is. And the way that the Lakeland Chiefs are playing their defense, they're giving a natural gap up there with their 4-man front.
So 271 yards on the ground, just 71 through the air. A team that returns 8 starters from a year ago. Mecca, left side. Lakeland is there. They read the play. David Nanowitz from his defensive end comes in. A loss of 5. 4th down now for the Bucks.
Dave Nanowitz, 6'2", 250-pound junior. Look at that. He just sheds, keeps his outside arm and leg free, squeezes down, gets help from number 31, Caden Coazo.
So we'll check out so it's 3rd down, I should say. 3rd and long now, facing McCormick and this team on the year, coming off a win last week over Carbondale, 43-14. So you would think this is a throwing down. We'll see what the Bucks do. It is. Backside pressure comes. The ball's on the ground. McCormick pops it up, and it's picked up 59. By Dylan Loomis. And Lakeland has the first turnover of the game. A big fumble for the Bucks. They're inside Buck territory at the 41.
That was great pressure. I believe that was number 3, Rocco Spataro, that came from his whip position, which is the outside linebacker position. Came flying off the edge and forced that fumble.
So a big play from the backside by Spataro, coughing it up, and now we'll see David Nanowitz, the quarterback, coming in, number 7, 4-year starter, 4-year player, I should say, 3.5-year starter, good numbers, being recruited by some PSAC teams, a very big and tall quarterback with an accurate arm.
Well, he's got everything what the coaches would say is an eye test. He's a big kid, you can't coach that, and he's done a great job at quarterback for Coach Pawarchek.
So Spataro takes the direct snap, but the Bucs defense is right there off the fumble. They're going to lose a yard on that, and the Bucs defense coming in, giving up just 13 points per game. They have 8 starters as well back, and that's where, again, going to be one up front between both lines. This is where the game's going to be. It's like a Big 11 game.
It really is. And you'll see, look at that, 0 coming up, 78-5, all stringing it out, applying pressure, and you just saw a host of Burgundy right there from the Dunmore Bucks making that stop, dropping them for a 1-yard loss.
So this high-powered Chiefs offense averaging 38.8 points per game, 188 on the ground, 196 through the air, 385 total yards back. They had 9 starters back from this team. Nanowitz fake. Gets it over in the middle. It's caught. Jackson Poches. And Poches has a Keystone Container first down all the way down to the 21-yard line. But we have a flag down, Coach?
No, we have an injury.
So the play will count. They are inside just close to the red zone, but it's a game of almost 21 yards. So let's take a look at this offense now. Headed by Nanowitz, we talked about. Gavin Roberts, the leading rusher. And then they'll run 4 wide receivers. We saw Poches, Rosenkrantz, Spataro, and Miller. Very good crew. And up front, Coach, Hastings, Tuttle, Loomis, and Loomis. A couple of brothers there.
My brother Darryl.
One not related,
yes.
Big. Again,
they are. And they're all underclassmen, Bob. They average 242 pounds across the board. They've played together ever since Pee Wee football. And I know Coach Pawarchek said they were going to go through some lean years, but now they're starting to see that end of the tunnel where they're going to have a lot more success like they did a few years ago.
Absolutely.
Good thing to see him up on his own accord.
Dylan Loomis, the right tackle, comes off. The sophomore. So replacement there, but Lakeland on the move after the Dunmore fumble. Roberts the sidecar to Nanowitz. Here in the first quarter, Nanowitz out quickly to Spataro. And Spataro, gain of about 6. Inside the Santarelli Oil red zone.
That's what makes this offense so hard to defend. When your quarterback, all he has to do is adjust the laces and the ball's away. And you'll watch Nanowitz. Great job with our camera crew here. Gets the ball. Watch him. He's getting the ball, the laces, and it's gone. Not a perfect spiral, but guess what? It was effective to Spataro, who is a threat. Anytime you have a Spataro on your team, especially Lakeland, you're going to have success.
Absolutely. So the quarterbacks, talk to me about what you see from them. They're playing off of almost 6 yards, 7 yards.
They're giving them that soft cushion. They're playing a 4-3 cover 2 look.
It was a blitz inside to the screen. Poches in for a Keystone Container first down, first and goal. Lakeland from the 4 inside the Santarelli Oil red zone.
Jackson Poches is such a threat, and he's only a sophomore. Again, quick, they send the blitz. Look at the offensive lineman doing a great job getting out there. Number 51, 66. Cole Hastings, 66. Austin Tuttle, number 51. A junior and a sophomore getting that ball out there to the flank.
Just one run play on this drive. Movement from Dunmore, and this may go against the Bucks on the far side. So movement. It is offsides. And he's telling the coach that maybe he was drawn, but Joe Lally, Joe Lally Jr., I should say, a referee tonight, talking to the Dunmore coaches. So moves on about a couple of yards, it's still first and goal, this time from the 2, though. There are the referees out of Lackawanna Football Conference. Nanowitz low snap. Dunmore almost had him. And the 6'2 quarterback is in for a Reaper's Revenge touchdown for Lakeland. They're on the board. His fourth touchdown running on the year.
Again, that was the center's fault all the way, but Nanowitz, being a veteran back there for 4 years, 3 years as a quarterback, did the right thing, grabbed the ball, and his 6'2 body got him over that goal line.
Nicholas Janoski, the junior, in for the PAT. Kick is up, and the kick is good. No flags. 6:17 left in the first. Lakeland takes the early lead, 7-0.
You're watching the Luzerne County Community College Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Bathfitter on MyTV WQMY. You're watching the Luzerne County Community College.
No matter your goals, the LCCC Scranton Center is here for you. From high school dual enrollment to associate degrees and transfer programs, our staff will guide you every step of the way. Conveniently located in the marketplace at Steamtown. Begin today at luzerne.edu.
So after the kickoff, Dunmore has the ball at their own 20, trailing 7-0. It was a 5-play, 41-yard drive for Lakeland off the fumble from McCormick, who's in at quarterback. McCormick fumbles, and that's 2 in a row now for the sophomore. He lost the handle off the snap. Loss of 1.
He's got to make sure that he maintains that pressure on the center's backside so he knows where to place the ball. And he pulled out just too soon, and he dropped the ball. But again, heads up play by him. And again, he's got to have so many nerves going through him right now. I mean, Bob, you were here during the week, and there was a little bit of a rotation going, but now the job is his.
Yeah, when I was here Tuesday, and Oni wasn't even practicing. It was all McCormick. They were running mostly scout. So, but it's different when you have the bright lights of the Friday. You have a big crowd here. It's homecoming. He just has to settle down and hand the ball off, really, to some of his playmakers. And it is a handoff inside to Mecca. And he comes up forward for 4 yards. So let's take a look at this Lakeland defense, giving up 17.6 points per game on the year. Nanowitz, and you saw it right there. Nanowitz, Loomis, Hastings, and Miller. Linebackers, just 2 of them, and they'll run 5 in the back. Spatero, Rosencrantz, Roberts, Boyarski, and Pochus. So it's a 4-2-5.
And they've done a real nice job, the Chiefs have, with running this 4-2-5. And we saw that the Dunmore Bucks are more traditional 4-3.
Moving up front, so a big third down for Dunmore, trailing 7-0. Little inside pass. Nice job. Does he have the line to gain? It's caught by Jack McHale, and it is a Keystone Container first down. So maybe that helped McCormick settle down a little bit.
Oh, that always helps you settle down. A nice, short, quick pass. And again, more importantly, against Spatero, McHale did a great job holding that ball in and getting that key first down to keep the Bucks out there.
Don't just remember, folks, this is a wing tee. They will run the ball most of the time, but I think they got to mix in a throw once in a while.
Especially with McCormick back there, because if they just concentrate on the run game, that's to Lakeland's advantage.
From the shotgun, they dropped the ball again. Mecca falls on it, and that could have been a disaster for the Bucks. it's going to lose about 3 yards. More importantly, they get the ball back.
They're fortunate on this one. This, again, quarterback nerves, that's his job. Get that ball in there. Now, if we had the other camera angle from our other end zone shot, you might be able to see maybe the basket wasn't there from Mecca. I don't know.
So against Old Forge's Dunmore offense ran for 386 yards. That's a high on the year. Now, they do have 2 losses. Their opening game here against Riverside went overtime. They lost by a field goal, 17-14. McCormick, middle, has his tight end, and he drops it. Logan Miller had it. I don't know if he expected to get hit, but that's a big drop because that was a pass. It was right on the mark.
That was right where it needed to be, and McCormick's just got to talk to him. Again, he had time. There was a little bit of pressure. There was no one around. That's high school football.
When your starting quarterback's hurt, everybody has to step up.
Yes. And again, the timing might be different from, having Yanoni in there and the way the ball's thrown, the speed, all those different things. And again, he only had a couple days to get himself prepped for this game tonight.
So another 3rd and long. Remember the last possession on 3rd and long, Lakeland brought the blitz from the backside, and he will go into the shotgun. Danowitz, Rescher. They're going to throw it up. Downfield, he's got a receiver, and it's pulled in.
41.
Caught by Josh Dudick, and he's down inside Lakeland territory. And what a pass from McCormick. He laid it in the breadbasket. And great catch.
He certainly did. They brought pressure. Nanowitz is squeezing it over, shot the quarterback. He just threw that in there. But what happened was Nathan Boyarski got beat. He got behind him, and that's number 1 rule for any defensive back. Keep everything in front of you.
So what over a 30-yard gain, and Dunmore's on the move through the air. So maybe this settles things down, but you saw the arm of McCormick. Inside, fullback dive again, Brendan Mecca. It's a staple of this offense, and it's a big push from the offensive line. Give him 5. They're going to rely on this big offensive line to just push Lakeland off and wear them down throughout the night.
And they have a 25-pound advantage over the defensive line of Lakeland.
And that was the Lakeland last year. I talked to Weston Loomis during the week. He said we are stronger and bigger this year. Here you see again, because that was their downfall last year. They just didn't feel like they were big enough and strong enough. Second man through, but Lakeland is there. They read that. Good job coming in. Caden Kuzo. And Kuzo right at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play.
Kuzo and Dylan Loomis doing a great job defensively, running that buck sweep. They got everybody coming right at you. They do a nice job holding their blocks, maintaining, fighting off blocks, and then making the tackle.
That was Joseph Wolf, the sophomore, who carried. No gain on the play, so another critical 3rd down for Dunmore inside Lakeland territory. We're under 2 minutes to play in a very fast-paced first quarter here, as expected when both teams are running the ball. So Lakeland scored on their first possession off a fumble. Second man through, and Lakeland was ready. The big guys are ready, especially Weston Loomis shooting in. Loss on the play, and 4th down for Dunmore.
Well, that's the Sally play right there. They try to do pass block, and then they pull. And, boy, Weston Loomis, the 6'1", 270-pound senior, did a great job blowing that up.
So the punt team comes out, and I believe it's Logan Sotil, is the punter, number 32. New punter in there. So on 4th down, they're going to try to pin them deep. High hanging kick. Rosenkrantz lets it take a bounce. Will they get there? And they do, and they're going to be down at the 1-yard line. What a great punt. Good job on special teams.
Dunmore pins the Chiefs deep with 47 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
RS Carrilla Transmissions is proud to support tonight's teams. Just like your team needs a strong drive to win, your car needs one too. And RS Carrilla keeps you running right. Visit us in Archibald, where performance meets reliability.
Good call by Kevin McHale. Pins them deep at the 2-yard line. So Lakeland started in Dunmore territory to begin with, and now they have to go 98 yards. And Coach Kaharski always said it's always tough for a high school team to go this long without making any mistakes.
Well, we saw last week 99.9-yard touchdown, so anything can happen. But great.
That could be a safety. That could be. No, they're going to say he got out to the half-yard line.
Wow.
What a play by the Bucks. It was Spartero who was the quarterback. Nanowitz was the fullback. They handed it off, and he barely got by the line of scrimmage.
Here you go, folks. Great job by our end zone camera crew. Wow, he did get past the line of scrimmage there. Barely, but number 5 did a great job.
Ethan Durst was on the first hit, Coach, 240-pound junior. 10 total tackles coming in. So a loss of about 1 officially on the play. So
there's some kind of discussions going on, and unfortunately we don't have an official's microphone tonight.
Maybe a clock issue. That's the only reason he would run over, I think.
Yeah, he's pointing up top.
Up top.
Not our fault this time.
No, not our fault. But it's got to be a clock issue. They're not going replay because there's no such thing in high school. So it will be second down from the half-yard line. So Lakeland doesn't really want to give up a safety, but one more play like that, and it could be. There's David Pewarski's 7th season. Here's the last play.
So down 5, 7 comes up. 78 just came off. Oh, that was Ethan Durst. Did a nice job with that. Number 65, Weston Loomis has to clean that up. And I'm sure Coach Borchek is saying to the guys, look, we can't afford, especially where we are, you got to maintain, hit anything in red right now.
Okay, so we got 38 on the clock. They're going to reset the play clock from the half-yard line is Lakeland. So Nanowitz lines up. He's in the backfield with Cody Miller next to him in the backfield. So now we're down to 30 seconds.
40.
Okay, we're going to go. They're resetting the clock here at the stadium. Nice crowd on hand. Beautiful night for high school football in Bucktown. And here we go. Oh, Joe Lally Jr. still not happy with something. Going to come back over. I think he's saying going to keep the time on the field.
Now we're back to 30 seconds.
7th season. Kevin McHale also in his 7th season after taking over. So they're gonna. I think they can run the clock. I think the point is they can run the clock out of the quarter. So they're not going to. I'm going to say they're not going to snap it, Coach.
That would be. I think that's what Coach Borchek was showing the guys. Just chill, just chill. The clock was running, but then it stopped. They had it at 30. Went down to 28, folks.
Yeah, I know.
Due to technical difficulties, folks.
We had the same problem last week at Palooza, remember?
We did.
And at that point, the referee just gave up and said, we're going to keep it on the field. So they're trying to miscommunicate. I think it's the play clock that they want to.
Should be
now
running.
Both are running.
Okay, they're running.
Now they don't match, so we'll tell you that they can run it out. Lakeland can run this out. It took about a minute and a half to get that far, but we're going to end the first quarter. Lakeland will be up 7-0. We're going to take a break. Vince will be back with us on the other side, and we got a good one here brewing here in Bucktown. We'll be right back on My TV, WQMY.
You're watching the Luzerne County Community College Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Bathfitter on My TV WQMY.
Oh, we are back at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Dunmore. We have the clock issues set. Bob Ide, Jan Cechak, Vincent Goldschmidt. We come back with Lakeland on the half-foot line with their goalpost behind them. And it's second down on the field from the half-yard line. They are up 7-0, but Dunmore looking maybe to get a safety. So Kuzo's in the backfield with Nanowitz, and we're going to take this play before we get down to Vince. Nanowitz back from his end zone. Going to throw it out and throw it deep to Rosencrantz, and it goes out of bounds. So it's overthrown and third down now, facing Lakeland.
That was a nice job by Dunmore secondary playing their cover 2 look. Corner takes him, but then you'll see the free safety on his side comes over to clamp that coverage on him, and the ball was thrown out of bounds.
So 2 big games in our 570 area code. We have our number 1 team, Schuylkill Haven, facing Williams Valley, both undefeated. Haven is now up second quarter 14-13. The other 2, a top 10 matchup for us as Berwick and Wyoming area are at Crispin Field. It is 14-0 Dogs over the Warriors. So how about C.J. Curry and those Bulldogs down in Berwick?
He's got his grandfather smiling down upon him right now. Football gods, and George Curry was one of the best in Pennsylvania, and his grandson's doing a tremendous job there, getting the Bulldogs back to where they need to be.
Okay, same thing now. Half-yard line, third down and 12. Nanowitz in his end zone. Trying to draw off Dunmore, but and get 5 yards, and somebody moved. So that you can't. Yep. So that I don't know how you move the ball. Well,
they turn it sideways.
Something, because it's literally right next to the goal line. So you really can't move it. So he knows. We've seen teams do this in the NFL and college.
Yes.
You can't move it any further, but you can get 5 yards. So good job by the Bucks to hold.
Very good discipline.
Yep. Well coached team. Sure, he's going to try to do the same thing. Does Dunmore send the house? Looks like they're going to blitz. They do blitz. Nanowitz, pump fake, in his own end zone. Looking for someone down on the sidelines, overthrows Patero. So now the punt is going to be from the back of the goal line, about 10 yards. Usually how far is the punter back?
12.
So an opportunity here for Dunmore. 1, punt block. 2, good field position.
Nanowitz trying to make something happen. He's directed out there. He just had to get that ball down a little bit. And we saw that earlier, too. His balls have been just a little bit high. And, again, this is such a big game for both of them.
Yeah, Nanowitz is the punter for Lakeland. He averages 30 yards per kick. Good snap, low line kick. Oh, bounced over the head of McHale, I think it's McHale, right? Number 11?
No, that's 40.
No, 41, excuse me. So that's Dudick. And Dudick makes something out of nothing. He'll run it up, but an opportunity lost for Dunmore. They will have the ball, and let's go down now. Vince has a special guest on the sidelines.
Yeah, but we do have a special guest after all that mayhem. Colton Williams from the Good Feet Store in Scranton. Now, you guys focus on helping customers out. Now, what is the benefit of arch support?
Well, people deal with everyday pain relief. It can be, back pain, hip pain, knee pain, foot pain. So anybody kind of dealing with that type of discomfort, could be something they've had spontaneously, or it could be something they've had for a very long time. We invite any type of those customers into our store.
And I wouldn't say, feet are like snowflakes, how they're all different, but everyone kind of has a different thing with their foot. How do you identify how to help each particular customer?
Yeah, so anybody that comes in, we walk them through a free test fitting so that they can try on their personalized 3-step system. And it's about a 35, 45-minute walk, and we walk them through it, see kind of what what's bothering them, what discomforts they're having, and make them feel right at home.
And for people who are interested in getting in contact with you guys, finding you guys, how can they do that?
Yeah, so they can visit the website and set up an appointment online for any time. They can also call us in store, set up an appointment to go through the free test fitting.
Well, if you're having any foot pain, go to the Good Feet Store in Scranton. Guys?
We had an injured Lakeland player. Thank you, Vince. The ball will be placed at the Dunmore 48. So kind of a lost opportunity, because if he had caught that ball, they'd be on their own, on the Lakeland side of the ball, wouldn't they?
Big time, but what a bounce by the Lakeland punter. It went a good 60 yards with the bounce, and with a nice return.
So Iannone is in. He options it. So we thought we might see the starting quarterback transfer from Susquehanna, and we do to begin the second quarter. And let's see how he's feeling, because he is heavily taped with his ankle. So it's an option play. They get positive yardage, and they're inside Lakeland territory. Nice gain of 6 by Ryan Mecca. So what does this do to the offense with number 9?
Well, now this gives them that flexibility they've had all year. He looks like he's okay mobility-wise. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be running. His lateral movements, that's what we're going to wait to see.
Well, he isn't threat, so no matter what, those unscripted play David Pawarchik talked about. You have to make Mecca to the outside, big gain. No, is there a flag? Nope. He has a Keystone Container first down, gain of 10, up to about the, let's see, right at the 30-yard line. So 16 for Mecca. So this Dunmore Bucks team different with number 9 at the helm, already on the move.
Well, they come out here and they run that buck sweep, 63-0, leading the way, 78-46. I mean, total Dunmore dominance on this buck sweep right there, 16 yards. And you saw a lot of white jerseys just like looking, not attacking.
Okay, so let's give some numbers for Iannone. Again, running, 39 carries, 346 yards, and 7 touchdowns. He's their leading rusher. Passing-wise, 257 yards, has an interception, no touchdown throws. But him just being out there is a threat. They're going to hand it to Mecca and Dunmore, that is Burke. And Burke stood up immediately right at the line of scrimmage. It looked like...
number 9 to me, but I don't...
19, I think, 19. Right, Gavin Roberts.
Okay.
And also Loomis, Dylan Loomis.
So you see right there, Gavin Roberts, nice job. Coming up, grabs the ankles, gets help from the rest of his Lakeland Chiefs there to, again, hold him at the line of scrimmage. Lakeland needs to really get a great stop on this defensive drive here for themselves.
So officially 1 yard, Xavier Burke Jr., very good linebacker. Had 164 yards and 3 touchdowns coming in. So the wing tee set. Handoff right inside. And nice push up front behind big number 79. And they're going to give him 5. Third down and manageable now.
Well, they ran with that fullback trap up inside. Dylan Loomis, the middle linebacker. And Colin Cawthor doing a nice job running the ball in there. Boom, right in there. The way that their defense is playing that, like I said, the 2 tackles, I think they're playing like 3 techniques, which means, folks, that they're playing on the outside of the shoulders of the guard, so that's going to create a natural gap up inside.
Dunmore's win this year over Old Forge, Susquehanna, and Carbondale. Losses to Trail and Riverside. So it's a big division game, and he's caught behind the line of scrimmage by Nanowitz.
Did a great job keeping him.
And they kept him up in the middle. Couldn't get anything off. So 4th down, you have to go for it.
You see there's just a little bit. He's just slipped back there. After the fake, he went to plant, and he slipped, and that's what allowed the Lakeland Chiefs to come up there and stuff that play.
And it was 16 total tackles from the defensive end, 7 tackles for a loss and a sack.
A 4-2-5 is an interesting defense, especially against a wing tee. You would think you'd want to bring up more guys, but they don't do that. They stick to it.
We'll take a quick timeout here. Still 7-0, 8:59 left in the half. So just before we got back from break, hard count from Iannone. Lakeland goes off sides, and now after the 5 yards, 4th and 1 instead of 4th and 6.
Well, that makes your play call so much easier right now.
Especially with wing T, right?
Absolutely.
You can go many different ways.
And they've had so much success with that fullback dive, fullback trap. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, if Iannone was 100%, I wouldn't be surprised to see him take it right up in there.
Handoff behind to Mecca. Oh, Iannone helped him. No flag. And they're going to have a Keystone Container first down. Good carry by Brandon Mecca in the middle. Move the chains, and they're inside the Centerelli Oil red zone.
You see it right there. Nice job, Mecca, just keeping the legs chugging along right there. Nice job by the offensive line. Get a better push, and they got the leverage underneath of the Lakeland defensive line to move them.
Dunmore trying to even this game up. They started with good field position at their own 48. On the move now. Deepest penetration of the night. Mecca back outside. Cuts in. Bouncing off. Chiefs. Nice run up near the 11. Give him 8.
Our spotlight player showing why he was the spotlight player. Not huge, but boy, does he get it done. He's elusive in there, folks. They ran with that buck sweep where they're bringing everybody into your living room right there, and he refused to go down. Nice job cutting back. Eludes one tackle. Another linebacker right there. He spins into one, and he still keeps the legs going.
Weston Loomis bounced off him. Couldn't wrap him up, and he falls forward, as we said. So second down now. Mecca, Brandon, to the 3. Keystone Container, first down, first to goal, Bucks.
See that wing formation, and what they do is they have the fullback and the halfback, and they're both crashing the line of scrimmage. Not quite an ISO play. It's more of like the dive to the fullback.
Well, what a difference seeing Iannone in there. This offense looks totally different. McCormick did what he could do. He's a sophomore. He had a fumble on a backside blitz. He had a fumble on a snap.
On the snaps.
But now, it just looks totally different with Iannone in there. Mecca, second man through, but Lakeland's right there. Oh, he's still on his feet. Ball comes out. I didn't hear a whistle. Was he down? The ball within the end zone.
They're saying
they're going to say a touchdown. No. So Dunmore gets a break. Brandon Mecca fumbles, and it's recovered in the end zone. Looks like by Logan Miller.
Heads up play.
So it's a Reaper's Revenge touchdown for Dunmore. They complete the drive.
Wow. Here we go. You see that ball comes out right there. He was going down on his back trying to spin into it. The ball got punched out. Yep. Great job by Logan Miller.
Logan on the spot. Miller, his first touchdown, and the kick is up and through. John Lee Jean, the senior, and we're tied at 7, 6:52 left. So a nice drive. You know what? It goes back to that punt. They punted. They pinned Lakeland deep. The defense held. They got good field position, and they cashed in.
Well, we always try to say on special teams, especially punts, you want to flip the field. And Dunmore did that. I thought, boy, they're driving at the 40, Lakeland's 40. They're going to go for it. No, Coach McHale, a little bit more conservative, punts it, and it worked out perfectly for them. I mean, they had the ball they had the ball for over 5 minutes on that drive.
They did, and Dave Pawarche is really talking to the referees. He's in their face, so I don't know, something either on the sidelines or not sure if he thought maybe it wasn't a fumble or no whistle, but not sure. No matter what, though, Dunmore cashes in, tied at 7. Just the game we expected to have. So Teal going to tee it up if he can get the tee. Where's the ball and the tee? Oh, he's got the tee. He just needs the ball.
I see one of the ball boys bringing the ball out now.
Yep. Got to have the right ball to kick with, I guess. Okay, we are all set. Looks like Rosencrantz and Poaches back to deep to receive. So Teal teed up, and here we go. Nice high kick from the 14. That is Spataro. Spataro, nowhere to go. Dunmore special teams, nice play. They'll be at the 21-yard line.
Justice True Value Home and Garden Center in Clark Summit proudly supports our area high schools and reminds everyone to power through fall yard cleanup with a full range of steel, gas, and battery leaf blowers. And while at Justice Home and Garden, check out the fresh delivery of mums. Bob, I actually went there on Tuesday and bought 2 beautiful mums for our front yard. My wife was happy with my choice.
Okay, if anybody wants to see him, you contact Jan. You can go to his house and take a picture. So down on the field, I'm not sure we had a flag. Have we won 2 flags tonight? That's about it. So it is going to go against Dunmore. Looks like some kind of hold. So Lakeland will benefit from this. They'll move the ball about 10 yards to the 31-yard line, and that's where they'll begin this drive. So they did a drive that started in Dunmore territory. They scored. They had a drive that started deep in their own territory. They got to the 1-foot line. They couldn't get out. And now they're going to right from the 41.
Boy, after that third possession they had where they were at their 6-inch line, this is going to feel like, wow, we got lots of room to operate now.
Low snap, Nanowitz, but Dunmore takes advantage. Oh, Nanowitz does a nice job just to recover and gain a half yard.
That's the second time. Cole Loomis is the center. Only a sophomore, 5'10", 235. Low snaps, and you saw they had the Chiefs were doing a nice job kicking out with the power, but there was nowhere to go because of the low snap.
Thomas Fazio, the senior, makes the tackle. He had 13 totals coming in and 2 for a loss with a sack. And it's back into the shotgun. Let's see if they open it up a little bit. Inside the Gavin Roberts. And Roberts falls forward to the 40, so it'll be 3rd down. Roberts, 238 yards coming in, 5 touchdowns. Wasn't even their leading rusher coming back.
Well, they ran with a yo-yo motion, which means he comes in and cuts back out, trying to get the linebackers to bite. That was a really nice design play that Coach Barczyk and his offense ran right there. Get that ball in there. He did a real nice job, Roberts did, getting that ball in there. Again, he's a senior, 5'9", 185 pounds. He's got 5 touchdowns to his credit.
End around Poaches. Poaches to the outside. Poaches into the secondary. Makes one move. Still on the move. In Buck territory. Dragged down at the 18-yard line by Ryan Mecca. Touchdown saving tackle. 41-yard gain.
Well, Jackson Poaches showing us some speed there. And what was interesting, they pulled both guards to the left, and he's coming back to the right. Nice job. Look at that. Eluding tackles. Nice whoop right up inside there. Oh, Ryan Mecca, great job there.
What was that, a whoop?
Yeah.
A new word for you.
That's a new one. New adjective.
So they're inside the Santa Royal Oil red zone after the Keystone Container first down. Another flag on the inside. And we'll get some movement on Lakeland. So back them up 5.
Boy, you get a great play like that. You get 41 yards, and then you know someone jumped and jumps it back. Now it's 1st and 15. And again, Nanowitz being a senior out there as a quarterback is going to keep that offense calm, cool, and collected.
Nanowitz up forward. The quarterback keeper gets some of it back, about 7 yards for number 7.
I'm not sure why the center, again, another low snap in there by Cole. You see they're getting the play called from the sidelines there. Yeah, you see, and again, Nanowitz, nice job. Maybe that was a design quarterback draw. I don't know. When you get the low snap like that, throw it out the window.
4 wide outs, no one in the backfield with the quarterback. Dunmore showing 4-5. Here comes the rush. Nanowitz again has room. Big fella is in for a Reaper's Revenge. Touchdown, 16 yards for David Nanowitz. His 4th touchdown of the season. Lakeland takes back the lead. So, big number 7 had a lot of running room.
And this was a design quarterback keep the entire way. And there was nobody there. That no backs did a nice job spreading out the Bucs defense. Nanowitz had all day to run that in.
That he did, so a nice drive put together. Five plays, 69 yards. Lakeland back in front, 14-7. 3:32 left before the half, and coming up in the Manuka Subaru halftime report, we'll check in on what's happening around our area with the Fox 56 News. We'll have a showcase from Luzerne County Community College, the check presentation. Bob and Jan, that's me and him right next to me. Yep, that's us. Stats and highlights, and we'll have some national highlights from FNR and TNL, and I believe we might have one in from our game last week. Just saying. You might want to watch the Manuka halftime report. There's David Poarchik still has something to talk about with the referee. Not sure what that is. But though his team will kick off, his team now has a 7-point lead back. Lakeland coming off a win last week over Susquehanna, 42-7. Rebounding from their loss to Wyoming area. And again, Wyoming area down in Berwick, losing 14-0. Last report, we'll get a score to you shortly. Donowski teed it up. Nice high kick. Mecca just falls, trips with McHale, and they're having a problem on special teams tonight, Coach, catching the ball. So they're going to be at their own 6-yard line to begin this drive.
Tonight's Bucs-Chiefs matchup is brought to you by attorney Brian J. Calley in Dunmore. With over 40 years of trusted experience in family law, real estate, estates, and business matters, Brian Calley is a name Northeast Pennsylvania counts on. Visit CalleyLawPA.com or call 570-344-2029, 344-2029 today.
Okay, so Dunmore forward. Let's see, is Mecca. Mecca about 6 yards. And now if they can roll this one out under 3 minutes and get something on the board, cut this lead in. Remember, Lakeland gets the ball to begin the third quarter. So Mecca goes forward. Nice gain of 7. So that sets them up pretty nicely. Iannone still the quarterback. They didn't start tonight's game, but came in to begin the second quarter. First throw of the night, and off the hands again of Logan Miller.
Again, that was a ball. He zipped that in there. He just really is. He just, as soon as he got that shoulder square, ball's away, and he fired it in there.
Well, not sure how much practice he got during the week. As I said, on Tuesday he didn't practice. Again, he was walking fine, a little gingerly, so
okay.
I don't know who got all the reps, though, during practice, so could be a little bit out of sync.
Well, and that's what happens. I mean, he's going to be a little rusty. It wasn't throwing full speed. He didn't have the receivers because he wasn't lined up behind the center.
Berwick leads 14-6 now over Wyoming area. And Williams Valley now leads our number 1 team, Schuylkill Haven, 19-14. Trying to go somewhere, can't get the block. Falls down, and a couple big guys falling on top of him, Coach.
65.
Linzinski and Loomis. So about 400 pounds falling on Iannone, and third down now. Timeout Lakeland.
He's walking fine. You'll see him right there. Again, great call. I like the play call. Get the student bodies out, quarterback keep. But nice job wrapping them up and just getting going.
So let's take a look at what Dunmore has experienced this year. As I said, they lost their first game of the season in overtime to Riverside. Came back with a couple wins. had Lackawanna Trail on the ropes, but couldn't just finish that one out. And again, bounced back with a big win last week over Carbondale, 43-14. Now, upcoming, all winnable games.
Oh.
You know, all winnable games. They win tonight, they could set themselves up 1 or 2 seed in the District 2 playoffs.
And Honesdale, they were winning over Western Wayne. West Scranton was beating, I can't remember who. Mid-Valley is a good team. Coach Yanoski, up and down. Again, Lackawanna Trail has been the one that's coming through and beating a lot of these teams.
We'll see Lackawanna Trail against Carbondale next week, speaking of the Lions. And the Lions and the Old Forge game tonight was postponed because of security issues. No word yet on when that game will take place. Some are saying Sunday afternoon, but not official word, not yet. So, 4th down, and they're going to punt. So Lakeland will get the ball back. Should be good field position. Low snap. Again, special teams tonight.
Stay off them.
Sotil, high kick. And someone hit him. Did someone hit him, Coach?
65.
Oh,
Weston
boy.
Loomis.
Weston Loomis hits the punter. Flag down right there, and this will be a huge break for Dunmore. And it's a personal foul, so that's a 15-yarder. That's a 1st down and more, and you get the ball back with 2:30 left. Let's see if we can see it.
Well, again, the ball was fumbled in the back, and 65, you see him coming in.
Oh.
And
I think he thought he was going to run or something. He hit him up high.
And that's Coach Barczyk
wants an explanation.
And he's saying the ball was on the ground.
So, okay, so what is that? The ball's on the ground. He becomes a runner?
He becomes a runner because he has to. You'll see right there, the ball's down. Again, he takes a couple steps.
Nice camera. We just saw it at the end. It was up high.
It puts the defender in such a bind. Do you, don't you, do you, don't you? And when you do, you get called.
Well, they would have had excellent field position. Instead, they're going to do the end around to Dewick. And Dewick puts his head down, has a Keystone Container 1st down, and a late flag coming from the side. Late flag. This may go against the Bucks. That's what Lakeland's saying. So let's see what this is. I think it's going to go against Dunmore, but we'll have to see what the call is first. Maybe a hit behind the play or something. Somebody went flying.
Pushing the back.
Could be. It was about a 14, 15-yard gain. So, next to Coach McHale. Joe Lally Jr. and his Lackawanna Football Conference crew talking this one over. Personal foul, Dunmore. Offsetting. So a break for the Bucks. So count that play. It's a Keystone Container 1st down to move the chains, and Dunmore on the move. A lot of time left.
So here we go. They go with the Buck sweep coming around. He gains 21 yards on this carry. So I think
it's behind the play. You can't see it.
Yeah, we can't see what happened.
It's definitely behind the play. Now the referee's sorting things out. He's still the quarterback since the beginning of this 2nd quarter. Didn't start the game. Dunmore now can open it up a little bit.
Oh, there should be.
And half the team moved and half the team didn't. So, legal motion, that's on the center, right?
Well, yeah, we had some of the offensive line going. We had the receivers going. But when the center doesn't snap the ball, that's not how it works.
I think Coach McHale, if you hear his halftime speech, it's going to be, we're making too many mistakes.
We're hurting, and that's what he said.
They're hurting themselves.
And that's what he said. We have to stop the mistakes and the penalties. And then that was his key to the game. And he knows that because the prior 5 games, they've done that. They've shot themselves in the foot at times.
They have. And a couple minor mistakes can cost you in a game like this. Back has time. Flushed. Nowhere downfield, and finally runs out of bounds. Let's see if he gets up all right. He does. He's going to gain a couple yards. Let's see where they mark it.
Weston Yanoni looks like it didn't look like he had a foot injury this week.
I know.
He's running really, really tough.
8-yard gain, so it brings up short, 2nd and manageable at this point. 2nd and 6, right near midfield. So, again, plenty of time, just over 90 seconds left, and a couple timeouts left for the Bucks. Yanoni back, still has time. Here comes the rush. Oh, that's the plays that Coach Powarchik was worried about. And if Mecca stayed on his feet, he'd still be running.
Wow.
He caught it, and he's going to be down near the 33-yard line. So 19-yard gain, but he'd still be running.
And Coach Powarchik's key to the game, these extended plays. Look at this, 23, Mecca, he's like, oh.
And what he called them unscripted plays. And that's an unscripted play that Iannone brings to this offense. And, boy, moving from the outside. That was Cody Miller, a little bit too eager. Give Dunmore 5. So a couple breaks on this drive for the Bucks before the half. Let's see if they can make Lakeland pay. Maybe tie it up going into the break.
Well, you can't. Dunmore is a team that can strike like lightning at any time. Mm-hmm. You don't want to make a short field for them, especially in your own ends or your own side of the field.
So it was running into the punter that really cost them. Then a couple runs after that. And Iannone with his feet doing the damage.
And that last pass play that Iannone had, he got walloped.
5 wideouts. Iannone back. Has time, has running room. Can he run? He has a block to the outside. No flags down. Iannone in his speed. He's knocked out of bounds. Inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. 22-yard gain. A Keystone container first down. More important, first and goal, Bucks.
And I think that was Brandon Mecca 0 on that key block out there. Watch this, folks, at the left-hand side. He just got his hands right there, and you saw turned the shoulder pads of the Lakeland chief defender, and that allowed that lane to open up for Weston Iannone.
And Iannone has to be this junior. A lot of adrenaline going through that body. Not feeling any pain in that taped up, heavy taped ankle he has. What a drive by the Bucks here inside of Santarelli and Sons red zone. And timeout for Dunmore, 1:03 left. Lakeland has to be thinking, what are we doing? Giving up a bad penalty. And now Dunmore knocking on the door.
Tomorrow is another college football Saturday on Fox. Game 1 kickoff is at noon with the unbeaten USC Trojans traveling to take on the Fighting Illini. Then Utah battles West Virginia. Get your fill of college football all day tomorrow only on Fox 56.
Repeat after me.
Illini. Illinois, Illini.
Illini got destroyed by Indiana this week, so they got to bounce back. USC's right there, and of course, the big game, Oregon and Penn State tomorrow night. So a couple big games going on around our area. Let's see, North Pocono is shutting out Dallas 21-0. Still Berwick leading Wyoming area 14-6 at the half. Tucanic down over Hanover.
Pittston's 33, Crestwood 0. Valley View 7, Scranton 0.
Prep 14-0 over Wallen-Paulpack. Looking for that Schuylkill Haven score. I missed it. We'll get you that. It was 19-14 Williams Valley. So after the timeout, Iannone try and look for a block. Mecca to the end zone, holds on to the ball, and it's a Reaper's Revenge touchdown, Dunmore Bucks. 7-yard scamper, 8-play drive, and they can tie this one up at the half.
Great job. They go with that. Again, the buck sweep. Look at him. He's just bobbing, weaving, and he's directing number 58 right there. Patrick Dickel right there. Come on, get him my way. He was very patient with the runs, and then he's just cut that back up inside for the touchdown.
Gene to tie it up. The kick is up, and it is through. And don't forget, this drive started at their own 6-yard line, Coach. 8 plays, 84 yards. Lakeland helped them with a big penalty on a 4th down, or they would have had the ball back. Instead, the Bucks make them pay. 57 seconds left before the half, and we are tied at 14. What a game so far from both teams.
Wow. I mean, we talk about special teams, but right here, watch how patient he is. He's pushing him, 58, get out of my way, and he does a nice job right in there, just lunging at it. That's the second time he's lost the ball.
Yeah, but the ground kind of caused the fumble. So,
correct.
And he was already in the end zone. So what a drive by Dunmore. And, boy, what a second quarter it has been for the Bucks with Weston Iannone, a transfer from Susquehanna in there. Against Lackawanna Trail this year, he threw for 140 yards, and he ran for 106 and 3 touchdowns. So he is a big difference. And the other thing you notice about Dunmore is the youth. There's a lot of juniors and sophomores playing, and we don't want to jump ahead to 2026, but they will be a very good team coming next year, especially with 1 year with Iannone under the belt.
And give Lakeland the same accolades right now, because they're a young team. I mean, right now, Nanowitz is the only one on offense that they have, I believe.
And Gavin Roberts.
Yep. Their entire offensive line's coming back. I mean, they've got some key players. You got Pochis, you got Spataro, and then for Dunmore, you got Davies coming back, Dickel coming back, Shigo and Durst all coming back on their offensive line.
So Teal tees it up. He has a deep kick. Plenty of time left for Lakeland. It is Spataro from his 14 again. Flag comes in. Spataro still up forward to the 24. See what the flag is. So Lakeland has 2 timeouts left, 46 seconds, and in the passing offense, you could pick up chunk yardage.
Well, 46 seconds is like it's eternity for these guys. They 40 seconds. We got this.
Plus, you get the clock stops after a first down in high school football. So let's see what the call is from the far side.
I hate saying it. It's probably going to be a push in the back. Oh, hold.
Hold against the Chiefs. So this will back up Lakeland. Now, knowing Coach Parch, he's going to go all out right now, even though he gets the ball to begin the third quarter.
He's got to. Nanowitz, we know, can throw the ball, and we've seen the speed that Pochis has. So it wouldn't surprise me to see some type of like a flood pattern. You got long, medium, and short, maybe to this side. They got the trips.
Well, if you're Dunmore, you want to play a little safety. Got 2 safeties back. They're going to play back a little bit, give some yardage up. Little screen pass for about 2 yards. That's about it. That's to Gavin Roberts.
Again, just trying to do that slip screen on the inside. They had their trips to the wide side of the field, pull the coverage over. And again, they are playing a prevent defense right now. All 3, they have like 3 guys back now. 10 to 12 yards.
Back. Still is time. Here comes the backside pressure. Didn't get it. Up and over. Poaches falls on his head. Let's see if he's okay. He went up high to get that pass. Came down awkwardly.
Steps up in the pocket. Boy, does he. Look at that. Boy, he didn't land on his helmet. That was, thank God, he hit the shoulder pads. That was Jackson Harding, the linebacker, that had great coverage on him.
Okay, so he's what the Chiefs had so far this year and what is upcoming. So, again, only lost to Wyoming area. We know they're undefeated going into tonight. And going forward, again, a winnable schedule. They win tonight, they can set themselves up very well to be the top seed in District 2 AA.
They really will. I mean, Honesdale, under a new coach up there.
They're 1-4.
Yep.
Western
Wayne's not doing well this year. They had a lot of graduation. Coach Minetti at West Scranton's doing everything right. They're just not getting the breaks. And Mid-Valley, like we said earlier, Coach Yanoski has a nice team this year, but they've been up and down.
So, again, both teams have a favorable schedule going forward, and the top seed, or you want to get a home game that first round of playoffs. So Poach is still down.
We saw he got up, but again, he went down smart. He just said, I got to, and they're checking him out as they should.
17 seconds left. So, again, next week, our crew heads to Carbondale for the first time ever. We will see Lackawanna Trail and the Chargers.
He's up. That's good. They're giving him a hand.
Mm-hmm. You want to watch concussions and a lot of different things. So we'll see Jackson Pochis, a sophomore wide receiver, comes in. 16 catches coming in, 4 touchdowns. So big asset because they talked about in pregame, Luke McFarland's been out with a concussion for a few weeks now. So he's one of their best receivers.
And he hasn't played. That's what Coach Porchik was saying. He's doing everything right. He just can't pass the concussion test. And the protocol says unless you can pass, you can't step on the field.
Nanowitz up through. He has a Keystone container. First down. About 10 yards for him. Clock will stop. They call timeout. Looks like they may have. Timeout, Chiefs. See if they're going to air it out a little bit. 6 seconds on the clock, so really just time for one play at most.
I saw Nanowitz on that last play. That was a design quarterback, keep the draw the entire time.
So a humid night too. We haven't seen any cramping yet, but could see it later in the second half. So on a humid night in September, late September to boot. October right coming around the corner, Coach. It always goes by fast. Already week number 6 of high school football, and these games now right in the league play matter each week.
Every week, again, it's going to define that playoff picture. These teams, that's the first goal every coach sets up. We want to win our district. We want to win our league. Then we want to go to districts and win that. And then we're going to go to states and worry about it at that time.
So, Nanowitz, 6 ticks left on the clock here. Dunmore safeties are way deep at the 40. They're going to just run Nanowitz up the middle. Good tackle in there, and by Durst, and that will do it. So Dunmore comes back with a nice drive to end the half, and they tie it up. We're tied at 14. It's homecoming here. We'll have an extended halftime, and then Jan and I will be back up here with some stats and highlights and get you ready for what should be an exciting second half. Vince going to grab Coach Kevin McHale, who's talking to one of the referees about something. So a little bit of a delay here. He wants to talk to Joe Lally, too. Not sure about what. And he could talk about the way his team's playing. But both coaches have had their, I don't want to say complaints, but issues with the referees tonight. So if you're a referee, you're like, it's pretty
the frustration.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's go down to Vince right now.
Coach, that last offensive drive, unbelievably important, making it a tie game, especially with Lakeland having the ball to start the second half. How important was that drive for you guys?
It's super important to get some momentum going into the half. We played defense well at the end of the second quarter there, got the ball back. We're fortunate to get in the end zone, so we have a big stop. Got to get a big stop here coming out. Got to kick off to them and, hopefully get a stop.
With it being even playing field going into halftime, what is the speech going to be? How are you getting through this second half?
Continue to keep number 7 and their receivers in front of us, keep on executing offensively, getting to our blocks, and just executing.
All right, Coach, best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, Manuka Subaru halftime report is on the other side. And then Jan and I will be back in the booth with stats and highlights. We'll also take a look at the District 2 standings, all coming up at halftime.
You're watching the Luzerne County Community College Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Bathfitter on MyTV WQMY.
In the downtown Scranton area, there are several options for choice in college. Having a community college in the area is an extremely important resource for students. Just having accessibility to the options to take classes at a reduced rate, and be at a more convenient location closer to their homes. Obviously, accessibility in the way of where we're at in the downtown location, inside that marketplace at Steamtown Mall up on that second floor. The students can take advantage of our business administration program. We also have business management. Students here are also taking advantage of the psychology. With a combination of in-person and online curriculum, they can complete those degrees. We are also starting an early childhood education curriculum here this semester. We'll have an evening class for early childhood, introduction to early childhood education. You know, we try and remove those barriers that might keep a student from success in their educational journey, and something like the food pantry, or even student tutoring, our writing center, which is an in-person resource for students here. They are here to help students with those things that come up for them. We are offering an ESL curriculum here at the Scranton Center for any student who needs to bring their ESL language up to proficiency to be able to do college-level work. This program is for you. Our students can come in and take their ESL courses here in the late evening, and then continue on for pursuing any kind of college degree that they're interested in. Now is an excellent time because we offer the opportunity for open enrollment at MCC. And a student who is just making that decision now can easily apply to the college, get that placement testing done, come in and get a full schedule of classes.
Welcome to the Manuka Subaru Halftime.
Hi, I'm Toby with NEPA Builders. Thanks for watching the game at home and listening to our message. We wanted to tell you about our Raising the Roof program. It's a partnership with Fox 56, 84 Lumber Company, and NEPA Builders to replace the roof for a family in need. Our Raising the Roof program is something that we came up with to support our community in a way that only a builder could. We believe that businesses have a responsibility to support their community the same way that they support us. Building a better Northeast is our motto, and this is just one of the ways that we do that. So if you're at home, what we're asking you to do, walk outside your door, look up and down your street. There's somebody that needs a roof that can't afford it. Visit our website, nepabuilders.com, nominate that person, and help us build a better Northeast.
Hello, I'm John Udicek, president of Luzerne County Community College, proud title sponsor of the Friday Night Rivals football program. We want to thank the local communities, schools, and the student athletes who make high school football such a special tradition here in northeastern Pennsylvania. At Luzerne County Community College, we believe in the power of education, teamwork, and community. That's why we're so proud to support the Friday Night Football program and to donate $250 to tonight's homeschool. From all of us at Luzerne County Community College, thank you for letting us be a part of your Friday nights, and good luck this season.
Do you want to go on for me?
And before tonight's game, we're happy to donate $250 to the Dunmore Scooter Trick with the Director of Athletics, longtime Director Mark Finan. We are going to be in the booth now. Bob Jan enjoying a very good Lackawanna Football Conference Division II matchup. Kind of what we expected. I don't think we knew what to expect, maybe the way it played out. But, he didn't start. He comes in, gives a spark to Dunmore. They score 14. Lakeland, we've seen throw the ball a little bit, and Nanowitz running. So kind of what we expected to a certain degree.
Well, yeah, we didn't expect Yanoni to play. So that was a big surprise. And when he came in, you saw the offense at Dunmore kind of relax, but then they took charge, and they did a great job there. Lakeland had 123 yards total offense. Nanowitz had the 2 touchdowns for the Chiefs. Poaches has three for 74 yards, so he's done a great job for the Chiefs. Now, Dunmore offensively, 171 yards. Thought it was going to be a little bit closer, but it's opened up since came in. Mecca has 17 yards. Ryan Mecca, his brother, 46 yards.
Yeah.
30 yards. Yanoni has 30 yards on the ground himself. I mean, so he's doing things right. McCormick, first time really starting under center. A nice 41-yard pass to Dudek. I mean, so things were choppy at the start for Dunmore. Yanoni comes in, settles them down, and they started playing some great football. Again, this is what we expected. Bob, again, from both these teams.
Let's talk about that third phase of the game. We talk about that a lot. Rich Manello talks to us a lot about that from Dallas. It's played a role tonight because there was a block, roughing the punter,
That was one.
That really keyed that last drive. Also, a couple punts here and there, especially the first punt for Dunmore really pinned Lakeland deep. That gave them a good field position. So the third phase of the game is really paying off for both teams.
And again, as a coach, you would say to your kids, it's 1/3 of the game. It's very important. You try to flip the field position, and that's what Coach McHale did on that one punt. Like I said, they're at the 40-yard line driving in, and they stalled. To Lakeland's credit, and then he punts the ball. I thought he would have gone for it,
he did punt it.
And they ended up getting the ball, the 1 foot line, almost had a safety. They held them, forced them to punt. They got great field position, score.
They scored.
And then, Bob, you said earlier about the punt. The Chiefs had them pinned back in the end zone, their own end zone, and then just
roughing the punter on fourth down. So let's take a look at these highlights from the first half, and we'll set you up for the second half. There's Ryan Mecca. Again, Mecca having himself a real nice first half, and he's gotten a lot of the carries in there, but the Lakeland defense playing real well in that first quarter. Again, then they get the ball back, and big play from Poaches.
Right in there. I mean, getting that set up. And this is where you saw that there was a bad snap just on that play there. Now watch this, folks. Again, they're at the 7-yard line. Bad snap. Nanowitz calls his own number, and he just reaches in there for that touchdown. That was the first score of the game. Now, here we go. Big turnover. Excuse me, we didn't get there yet.
That's the big pass.
That's the big pass. Yep, to Dudek from McCormick. This is where we were talking about. They're back in there in that
almost
end zone.
A safety. Yep. Almost a safety. Dunmore gets the ball back.
And there was this fumble, and Logan Miller heads up right there, gets himself a touchdown.
And that made it 7-7. And then Lakeland came right back down the field. A lot of Nanowitz and a lot of Pochis running the ball. Big play here from Pochis. We'll see if he comes back.
He did a great job setting up the second touchdown, grinding out that yardage, getting the Chiefs down there. Nanowitz design play. Look at this. There's no red jerseys right there. Nanowitz a walk-in touchdown, takes the lead 14-7. And then Mecca, right before the half, scores on a 7-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he does. And so coming up, both teams are back out. We're ready to go. We'll take a look at our national highlights and then be back and get you set for the third quarter.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Angel's going to run it. Case and Angel, first down and more. Case and Angel, midfield, still on his feet. There he goes. He's off to the races, and no one's going to catch him. Touchdown.
He doesn't see Holloway coming right there. Oh, yeah. Yikes. Lands on his head.
Fourth down, they're going to keep the offense on the field, going to the end zone. This ball's up for grabs. Jump ball, and it's caught. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, it is.
Hula again.
They're going to see how he's doing, figure things out.
A high snap way over his head. Again, a fine play, but he's in real trouble. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, just thrown down. And how about this? It's going to be chalk-jaw ball inside the Synovus red zone.
Plenty of time towards the end zone. And it is caught. Caught it is. Jarry Moore Stewart with a fantastic catch in the end zone. And it's a Reaper's Revenge touchdown for the Panthers.
To keep the Mules undefeated. Walker Bryant to hold. The kick is up. It is straight. It is perfect. And it is good. And the Mules walk off with the win at Lenox State.
So we're in week 6, as we said. Playoffs will be starting right around the corner. Here's how it looks tonight. This is why it's so pivotal tonight, because good, Riverside already beat Dunmore. Lakeland beat Riverside. So, you know, if Dunmore wins tonight, Riverside still, their toughest game is their last game against Lackawanna Trail. So
yes,
somebody wants a top seed. Get to play Holy Redeemer at home, have the home field advantage. 2 and 3 have to play again. They've already played once this year, and it's a tough time to play teams twice in a year.
And that, if this game turns out the way in Dunmore's favor, it's really going to throw a wrinkle into that whole scenario. But the head-to-head is going to help out. And again, I feel sorry for Redeemer down there at the 4th seed if they have to play Lakeland, Riverside, or Dunmore.
So let's go to 3A quick before the kick. We have about 30 seconds left. Both teams on the field. So Wyoming area and Berwick battling it out tonight. Prep is on a surge because they got Will McPartland back at quarterback. They started 0-4. They have a big couple of big wins in there. They have some tough games coming up, but they're going to be right in there. They're defending champs. Yes. They've won like 5 or 6 in a row. Wyoming and Berwick, again, you want the home field advantage, especially against Prep. We will see Carbondale next week. So let's bring it back here with Lakeland gets the opening kick to begin this third quarter. We talked about how close the total yards are. So one little play is going to be the difference in tonight's Lackawanna Football Conference game. And the second half starts with a kick out of bounds. So Lakeland should get good field position coming up here. And so while we're setting things up, Vince talked to Dave Pawarchik. What did he have to say?
Themes coming out of halftime. The first one being penalties. He said he just needs his team to calm down. They were playing very tight in the first half. and was very blunt about it. Just needs to cut down on the dumb mistakes. And as for the second half, he has faith in his team just to do what they have to do, bring it back to the basics, and not go outside of their game. This first drive, very important, obviously tied 14 apiece, and the Bucks grabbing momentum before the end of the half, so we'll see if this Lakeland team can get back on track.
Absolutely. Both teams going to play, close to the vest because you don't know one little play here or there, especially here on special teams. So they're going to make them re-kick. They think they can do better.
I've always been a proponent of that because those kids on kickoff, they're ready for one full sprint. Now they have to do it again.
He did it again.
And guess what?
They're going to give him 10 yards, and I think they're going to make him kick it again. So that is Sotil, Logan Sotil, who does the kicking, the kickoffs, I should say. So he's kicked 2 out of bounds to begin the second half. And that's one thing Kevin McAllister really look at going forward. Special teams tonight.
1/3 of the game, yeah. Bob. We've said it a million times, and we'll say it another million times the rest of the season.
Okay, back to receive. They kind of changed up. Poches is back in. So remember, he was injured late in the half. He's out there to receive a kick. And it is Spataro on this near side. So Lakeland should get good field position to begin this second half. It's a short kick. It's going to be Rosencrantz from his 35. Trying to get some blocks and cuts up to the 40. So all in all, a gain of 5 yards for the Chiefs, and that's where they'll begin their possession.
Get started on your degree at the LCCC Scranton Center. Earn transferable credits, explore career programs, or take short-term classes, all right within downtown Scranton. With advising, tutoring, and career counseling, we'll help you succeed. Learn more at luzerne.edu.
So here comes David Nanowitz, first half numbers. 5 of 6, 82 yards, 6 carries, 40 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So number 7 leading the Chiefs back out. They're going to run a little option to the far side, and the big QB brings it up forward for about a gain of 4. So we thought we'd see a lot of passing, more running from Nanowitz
tonight. And again, we're seeing that they set up the option to the short side of the field. Again, I've always been a proponent, use the wide side because it's more for the defense to defend at that point.
Carter Davies, the junior, big number 77, makes the tackle. So let's see if Nanowitz goes back to the air. They're going to run the option to this side you talked about, but Dunmore reads that. And Mecca and Davies again on the big hits, and that's a loss back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Brandon Mecca, nice job from his linebacker position. Read that perfectly. Look at that. See how he was just waiting, and then he had help support there from number 6, or Jackson Harding out there at the outside linebacker. Nice job defensively by the Bucks. Loss of 5 on that play.
Yeah, Lakeland usually throws for 196 yards per game this year, and really they have not thrown it a lot here tonight. 2 Nanowitz's runs have a touchdowns, and there you saw big number 7 trying to run it. So he'll be back on the shotgun, 4 wideouts. Dunmore showing blitz. They bring it. It's Nanowitz, another run, and nowhere to go. We don't know what they're doing up front. Or Ethan Durst with the tackle, and here comes the punt team. They lost yardage on that possession.
I'm wondering what coach was thinking, like what he's seeing. I would love to talk to him and say, put a headset on, say, Coach, coming out, you wanted Nanowitz to run this quarterback draw stuff. What was your feeling on that?
So Rosencrantz is on to kick this one. 33-yard average, and they're faking it. Fake to Spataro. Spataro's running room. Spataro can't get to the original line of scrimmage. Great job by Duty coming up. And let's see where they're going to mark it.
I thought with the reach he may have had it.
Let's see where this one is. They were practicing this on Tuesday. I wasn't allowed to say anything. They were going to run a fake, and they ran it and didn't get it.
They were that short.
They were a yard short, but great job at Dunmore to recognize it, and they came up. Let's see who made the play.
So you see Spataro, he's got a lead block right there. Number 5, we said that his name, Jackson Harding, was the first one in there, but the key was number 41.
Josh Dudek. Yeah, Duty came up to make a big tackle on Spataro. And Dunmore has the ball right at midfield to begin this possession. We're tied at 14. So I'll ask you this question in a second. So Dunmore, Yanoni back in Mecca there, but so is the Lakeland. If you're Coach Pawarchik, why there? Why was that the time to say, I'm going to run a fake punt?
I think momentum. To be honest with you, let's get this. We're going to get them on their heels. Let's surprise them because nobody's going to expect it. The beginning of the half and at midfield. And that was a great job by Cole Hastings, the defensive tackle.
So Dunmore holds, and they have a yard gain on that. So both defenses stepping up tonight, as expected. Big 11 type battle by both teams. Inoni hands it off to the inside. This fullback trap. And is Brandon Mecca. Mecca into the open. Number 0 pulls it down. Big gain all the way inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 33-yard gain. Dunmore in business on a Moravia Health first down.
There's that fullback trap. Boy, he came through with a full head of steam, and he was not going to be denied on this. But great job there by number 5. That's Chase Rosenkrantz. We spoke about him beginning of the game as our spotlight player. That's a game-saving tackle right there.
That's a staple in this offense, and they ran it to perfection. Mecca right up the gap. Dunmore inside the Santarelli and Sons red zone. Burke, the second man through, about a half, maybe 2-yard gain. But on that, let's give him 1 though.
Caden Cuazzo doing a nice job from his linebacker position, the senior linebacker, coming in and just really 1-yard gain minimum.
So Bucks with a lot of guys in the backfield who can carry the ball, and they have shown it here tonight. It's been a different offense with Weston Yanoni in at quarterback. He did not start the game. He does have a heavily wrapped ankle on the right foot, but couldn't tell by the way he's run the ball tonight. So first man through, and Lakeland's there. Weston Loomis says, fool me once, fool me twice, shame on me.
Well, and that was a great, I like the play call. Fullback trap has really been hurting the Lakeland Chiefs, and this time it's just fake, and I'm going to keep it. It's like an RPO for the wing T.
Good job by Mecca, though, falling forward to gain a couple, so it's third and manageable. You're figuring 2-down territory here.
I think Coach McHale definitely is thinking that.
Especially the way special teams have played a role in tonight's game. Quick update, Berwick has surged ahead, 28-7 over Wyoming area. 28-6, excuse me. Yanoni loses the handle, but still has running room. He's going to be chased to the outside, fires it, and it's picked off. Threw it to the wrong team, and it's Rosenkrantz down the sidelines. Chase Rosenkrantz gets a block, still on his feet, and it's a huge interception for Chase Rosenkrantz. Takes it out, almost 58-yard return, and Lakeland is in business.
Well, when you have a defensive back that is one of your top wide receivers, he just used that as, hey, this is a pass play to me. Again, drop the ball. He's rolling to his right. Good coverage there, and he just forced that in there. And this was great by Rosenkrantz. What a wonderful return.
From the golf course to the football field, Rosenkrantz showing his speed. First interception of the year by Yanoni, and now Lakeland in business inside Dunmore territory at the 42-yard line. Let's see. They scored on their last time. They got a turnover. That was in the beginning, first possession of the game. They're going to run Nanowitz again. And Nanowitz up forward for only a couple.
Well, Nanowitz is getting they're calling his number. They must feel that something in there that they can attack. Great job. But look at that. All the red jerseys. And what they're doing is they're just playing very disciplined defense. They're not screaming upfield. They're replacing the heels of the offensive line and waiting.
Big Carter Davies, another big tackle. Let's see if they want to go to the air. Showing blitz the Bucks, and we're going to have some movement up front. And I think that Dunmore movement might cost the Chiefs 5. It does. So a mistake by the offensive line from the Chiefs. Back them up 5. I mean, Poches, Spataro, Rosenkrantz, and Miller. I mean, 4 great wide receivers.
Yep.
And you would think you want to get them the ball.
And Rosenkrantz, they haven't thrown the ball to him.
Handoff. Gavin Roberts shoots through. Roberts tackled by Harding, but 10-yard gain for him.
I'm watching the wide receivers on these plays. They're doing a great job selling that it's going to be a pass. And then they break down stalk block. But good burst of speed up in there and a great tackle by number 5. That was Jackson Harding.
Yep, up quickly come the Chiefs. Inside again. Falling forward. That is Gavin Roberts. So it'll be about a yard short. So 4th and call it a long yard for a first down for the Chiefs after the interception by Rosenkrantz.
Well, they went left on the play previous to that, and then they go to the right with it, with Roberts in there.
Well, if you're Dunmore, you have to think Nanowitz is going to take this. I'm thinking that, and everyone at home is thinking that.
Well, and that's what they've shown the first series they came out.
Well, let's see what they want to do here. Roberts is the sidecar, I should say. Dunmore with 7 in front. Yep, it is Nanowitz. Gets a block. The big quarterback hurdles. And it's going to be a left-right foot thing. If he got the line to gain, I'm not sure. I think it is. Let's see. They're going to measure this.
All right. No,
they're moving it. It is a Moravia Health first down by a half a yard.
And I think that was Josh Dudek, the right cornerback, 5'8", 135-pound junior. They get everybody Lakeland going right. They crush down. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it was Eli Doherty, number 22, on that key stop.
Well, he stops them, but they gain a first down. They're going to move the chains. So the play clock down, and that's going to be a timeout for Lakeland. And Coach Pawarchik not happy about how long that play took to get in. So Lakeland not really too much in sync from this spread offense, but they still are in Dunmore territory. Check some scores now, Coach. Loyalsock and Lewisburg tied at 7. That catches my eye because we had Loyalsock last week upset Lewisburg. So they were on a roll coming into this game. Lake Lehman all over Nanticoke. Up big. Berwick 28-6 now in the third quarter. North Pocono all over Dallas as expected. Mid-Valley now surging ahead of West Scranton 13-7. Line Mountain with a huge lead over Steelton High Spire, 36-14.
Wow.
And Northwestern Lehigh surged ahead of North Schuylkill, 29-18. 30-0 prep over Paul Pack. Haven, 36-22 over Williams Valley. Back on the field after the timeouts. First down, Nanowitz. Now they're going to fake the run, go to the air, just out of the reach of Rocco Spataro. He dove for it. And we have a couple guys banged up now. And there's one, I believe that's Dudek now, cramped up a little bit on the run to the end zone on the defense. And he gets up. He's fine.
Great job on the fake in there by the fullback. And he laid that out there, and Spataro gave it all up. Yeah, Dudek, you could see he was like, ow, cramp.
Again, a humid night for late September. So back at the line of scrimmage, second down for Nanowitz and company. Nanowitz against Susquehanna this year, 196 total yards through the air and 2 touchdowns. Nanowitz now they're going to go to the air. And the big quarterback rifles it into Rosenkrantz right on cue. Coach Cechek called that. It's a Moravia Health first down. They'll move the chains at the 21.
Well, you got 6'2" thrown to 6'1" in there. And, again, that's the first time Rosenkrantz has been involved with the offense. And he does a great job just splitting that defense, curling there to the dead zone, which I always call the dead zone. You stay away from the defenders, and he did a great job there.
So from the 23, Lakeland. trying to take back the lead. Ball on the turf, and Nanowitz got back to it. The exchange with Gavin Roberts went awry and almost cost them.
And they're just, again, cool, calm, collected. Let's see what happened in here. Again, lower snap, and he tried to pull the ball, but I guess there was the mesh problem in there.
I think Mecca was in the backfield, too. Good job by Brandon Mecca, the sophomore.
And Logan
shooting
Miller.
In. Yeah, and Miller. So, second and long now. Nanowitz going to take it off the right side, looking for a block. Kind of gets it, but gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Third and long now coming up for Lakeland.
I think they were trying to set up that play that he scored his second touchdown on, but that wasn't the formation. They had the trips to the opposite side last time. This time they went to the heavy side. Oh, that was the play before.
Well, the one thing is the clock is moving in this third quarter with them keeping the ball on the ground. So this is after a interception at the goal line for Lakeland. Trying to make Dunmore pay after that. Nanowitz back. Strong arms it in the middle. He rifles it in to Cody Miller. Miller on the ground makes the catch, and they'll move the chains. It is a Moravia Health first down. It's going to be at the 11-yard line.
And now we're starting to see that offense, the passing offense that we expected out of Lakeland. They're getting the ball to all their receivers out there, so it's really forcing Dunmore's secondary. It's really stressing them now.
Centerelli and Sons red zone. One more time for the Chiefs trying to take back this lead. They led 7-0 and 14-7. Quarterback keeper. Dunmore kind of knew it was coming. It's hard to get a 6'2", 215-pound senior down. He falls forward for about 5.
Well, and we saw Carter Davies in on that hit. And also, what we'll see on here, 46, doing a nice job. Xavier Burke.
And Caleb Purdy, number 20, I think, was in there. They can get a first down. Nanowitz straight up the gut. Tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. Great job. Was that Brandon Mecca again in the backfield? Here we go. We'll look at it again, Coach, or was it Frantic?
Oh, no.
Number 5. It was Jackson Hardin.
Jackson Hardlin. He's really, we've been calling his name a lot. He's just been slow coming, and he's making these key plays.
1 yard on. Third down at 4. They can get a first down at the 1.
So now another third down for Lakeland here.
Nanowitz back, looking. Quick pass. Good job. The ball's low. It's caught by Poaches, and it's a Moravia Health first down. First and goal, Lakeland from the 1. They're going to come up quickly and set it.
Well, there's 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Let's see if they want to run out the clock or try to score this. So Nanowitz going to push his way forward, and it's a Reaper's Revenge touchdown for the Lakeland Chiefs. They convert the turnover into points, and they take back the lead. Nanowitz's third touchdown of the night.
Great night for him in terms of this. What a surge, though, by him. Great leg drive, and we talk about the offseason. That is squats and power clean right there.
Well, they got the ball at the 42, Coach, and would you believe this was a 13-play drive? 42.
Wow.
42 yards. So
They did take, obviously,
they did take a lot. There was a couple of third downs and a fourth downs, and the kick is up and good by Janoski, and it's back to a 7-point lead. 5 seconds left. Time now to go down to Vince.
Thanks, Bob. Time for the Dr. Todd Smile Cam. We mentioned a couple times it's homecoming here in Dunmore, and I got the homecoming queen, Emma DeSanto. First off, how does it feel to be nominated?
It's like a surreal moment because I always watched my sister and all of her friends and the grades coming up get nominated and win homecoming queen, so it's just kind of like surprising and crazy too, but happy to be here, I guess.
All right, and what do you love most about being a Dunmore Buck?
It's really a community here, and everyone's just family. There's great friends, and it's a great school to be a part of.
All right, and with it being your senior year, what do you have planned for the future?
I plan to go to college for finance, and my top school right now is South Carolina, so hopefully just started applying, so we'll see what happens.
Well, best of luck. Congratulations again. It's time for a Dr. Todd Smile Cam. Emma, congratulations.
So on the kickoff, McHale takes it up, and that will do it for the third quarter. So there's one turnover in the quarter. Lakeland makes them pay. They convert the 42-yard drive into points, and they lead by 7, headed into quarter number 4.
You're watching the Luzerne County Community College Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Bathfitter on MyTV WQMY.
With the Chiefs scoring that last touchdown, Lakeland taking the 21-14 advantage. It's time for our Figure Law Scholar Athletes. 2 wonderful Scholar Athletes tonight. We got Weston Loomis for Lakeland and Jacqueline Brown for Dunmore. We'll start with Loomis, a 2-sport athlete in football and track and field, an all-district honorable mention for the offensive line and defensive line, member of the National Honor Society, and he volunteers at the Greenfield Township Park Committee and Baseball Association, and he plans to study engineering in college. As for Brown, a 4-year starter for both the Lady Bucks in softball and basketball, a 3-year member of the National Honor Society, and in too many clubs to announce, including the French Club, Bowling Club, and Service Club, and plans to major in biology. Just a reminder that our nominees tonight, previous and future, are all eligible for a $5,000 scholarship at the end of the season.
So you saw a little bit of that last play. Ryan Mecca ran the last two. This is the one where he just got out of bounds. Or he'd been gone, and we might have had a tie game.
Yeah, they run that buck sweep, and he squeezed. He did. He stepped out with his right foot, unfortunately.
Okay, back to live action. And up. Second carry for Colehart, the junior, number 99, for a couple yards on that. But now Dunmore inside Lakeland territory trying to tie this one up.
Now the pressure's on Lakeland's defense to shut down this Dunmore Buck offense right now. That buck sweep has been deadly tonight. That's what the wing tee does. They'll hurt you outside, then they'll hit you inside, and then every once in a while they might throw a pass. The ball's out
on the turf. It's still loose. And it looks like Poaches might have it for Lakeland, and he does.
Oh, he got smashed.
And a late hit on Poaches, who was already banged up in the first half. Maybe it wasn't late. I should say that. It was a
hard hit.
But it was a hard hit. So he recovers the fumble, but another mistake for the Bucks in an inopportune time.
Again, just a terrible handoff right there. That's just coaching miscue.
They won't hand that off.
Well, once he rolls, he's down.
He was down by contact anyway, but he
still took a big hit. He bounces back up. He's going to run off the field.
Wow.
That's the third turnover of the night for Dunmore. The first one cost them. Lakeland scored. The last one, Rosencrantz, Lakeland scored. Let's see now this fumble. If Lakeland scores, it could put this Dunmore and this game out of reach.
Well, they're making sure right now that Poches is okay. He's running on adrenaline right now, and he wants to be out there to help his team. But his safety is more important than right now playing.
Well, Coach McHale talked about the turnovers and the mistakes that his team has been making, and you can't make them in big games, and that's what they have. So now everyone's set. We have 11 versus 11 after a late substitute. Nanowitz comes in into the shotgun. Nanowitz off the fake. The quarterback looking spry, going up for 14 inside Dunmore territory.
Good job with the mesh on this.
So it's a Moravia Health first down.
Great job with the mesh, and he does a wonderful job reading that. 58, Patrick Dickel did a nice job. He drop stepped, turned his shoulders towards the center, and rode his defensive tackle upfield that created that lane.
Yeah, offensive line that we talked about for Lakeland. Now's the time for them to step up, Coach.
It is, and again, they have a 20-pound difference with Dunmore's.
Gavin Roberts, Xavier Burke right there. The all-region linebacker came in with 25 total tackles, 4 for a loss, makes a nice stop there. Second down.
And right now, Lakeland is just taking their time. They're going to take all the time off the clock they can, keep the ball away from Dunmore. Obviously, they want to try to punch another one in.
There you saw the Guardian helmets being worn this season by Dunmore. Look more like their normal helmets, but they're for safety. They've worn them all season long. Second down. Nanowitz back, surveying, has a guy down the middle. Has Miller open, and it's a high catch. He caught it.
He kept
his
that
hitch, and it's a Moravia Health first down at the 26-yard line, gain of 19.
What a physical game Dunmore is playing tonight. Boy, if they're catching the ball, running the ball, they're going to be getting stuck. Ball's high, goes up, high points it, gets it. Look at that, great form tackle, too, and drives them into the ground.
And held on.
And he did. Good concentration by Cody Miller.
Miller's 4th catch of the season, and it's a big one. Keeps this drive alive, trying to put a longer, bigger advantage over Dunmore late in this game. Clock's still rolling. Inside to Roberts. So Roberts falls forward again up near the 21. So now if you're Lakeland, you got the clock versus keeping this drive going.
And you have a lead, and you're going to bleed that clock down as much as you can. And even if they get a field goal right now, you know, that's a 2-score game to put that pressure on the Bucks.
Nanowitz pulls it out. Dunmore's there. Shades a couple tackles. Finally, Burke takes him down. Loss of 2. So 3rd and long. They had all kinds of problems right from the snap.
Well, and that's been a problem with the center and the quarterback. But again, I personally would like to see them do what Lakeland does. Throw the ball around. You've got all those great receivers out there. Get them involved.
So they're going to take most of the time off the clock. Still rolling. It's about 7:10 left. So you see it on our scoreboard. Nanowitz keep it, or does he throw it? Here comes the blitz right up the middle. Nanowitz chased out, gets it out. Roberts makes a nice move. Burke with a big hit, but he's going to about 4 yards short of a first down. So you kicking or you going? From the right hash, by the way.
Watch this. This is a great job. Watch him spin on his hand. That's a drill that running backs and receivers do all the time, every week during the season.
I expect them to roll this clock down and then call a timeout. It'll be 4th down and 4. Do you give the ball back to Dunmore with a threat, or do you try to bring in Nicholas Janowski, the junior, who's kicking? Clock is still rolling. Coach Boarchik's going to call timeout. 6:11 left in this game. Lakeland holding on to a 21-14 lead.
RS Carrilla Transmissions is proud to support tonight's teams. Just like your team needs a strong drive to win, your car needs one too. And RS Carrilla keeps you running right. Visit us in Archbald, where performance meets reliability.
Every Tuesday night, Fox 56 News at 10, we'll have our Friday Night Rivals Top 10 and our big matchup today, Wyoming area taking on Berwick. And Berwick 35-13 in the fourth quarter. They're going to definitely move up. Not sure Wyoming area will drop out. Haven with a battle with Williams Valley.
They were
Coach.
up.
North Pocono winning big. Shamokin winning big. Jersey Shore winning big. Southern big. Trail and Old Forge coming up. Abington lost Nicholas Bradley. Nick Bradley out their quarterback for a few weeks, we hear. How will that affect them? Lakeland, a big win here tonight, can move them up. So we'll have Trail next week. Every Tuesday you can see our FNR Top 10. So back on the field, fourth down. Looks like they're going to roll out the offense. They're going to try and draw them off sides, or they have a play. Nope, Nanowitz back, surveying, still time. Pressure's on. Nanowitz pulls it down. Tackle by Burke, and he's going to be short. Short by a yard and a half. So Dave Pawarchik rolls the dice, comes up a loser on the dice, and turns the ball over to Dunmore.
Well, they say sometimes, most of the time the house wins, and this time the house is the Dunmore Bucks, and number 46 coming up big. That's Xavier Burke.
All-region linebacker comes up big on that one. Dunmore with a chance. 6:06 left in this game. They have the ball back. That's probably a tough call because I'm not sure. I did see the field goal kicker on Tuesday kicking them pretty good from about 30-plus yards. No matter what, doesn't matter. Yanoni and team back on the field. We have a false start on Dunmore. So, again, little mistakes hurting the Bucks.
And that's what Coach McHale's two keys to the games were. One was the penalties and mistakes and turnovers. And this was the first time that Lakeland didn't capitalize on one of the turnovers. First and 15. That's now again moving the ball back closer to your goal line.
Is it another false start? What's this from the far side referee? Another illegal motion, probably set and got back up, and Coach McHale cannot be happy with this progress. Going the wrong way are the Bucks, trailing by 7. And again, we said a junior-oriented team, but again, they experienced back. They had eight players back, and then you bring Yanone in, who was a starting quarterback at Susquehanna. So 9 starters. And you can't handle these mistakes late in a game like this. You're only down by 7. Yanoni, pressure. He can run it. Yanoni can't even get out. And a great play by Lakeland. What a push from that defensive line.
That's Weston Loomis doing a nice job. They applied pressure. They didn't do anything fancy in there. They're just doing a straight old bull rush in there, doing a nice job. But credit Lakeland's secondary that there was nowhere for him to throw the ball. And Coach Pawarchik said that is one of the keys they had, that they don't want to have Yanoni extending plays on them.
So they kept him in the pocket. Loomis with the first half sack of the season. And now it's second, and you see it. About 20-some yards. Yanoni going to roll out, looking downfield, looking to anyone. Over the middle, off his hands. Mecca had a chance. Now it's 3rd and long, facing these Bucks. Goes incomplete.
Well, we saw last time, that first quarter, when they applied pressure with Rocco Spatero, that forced that fumble. And again, wow, number 7 doing a nice job for Lakeland in there. That's David Manowitz, 6'2", 215-pounder, coming off his defensive end.
Well, we had a big defensive end there for a long time. Remember Mr. C.J. Dupree played defensive end?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so, right?
He's up in
big
New England
defensive
now,
end.
I think?
Yeah, well, yeah. And, of course, his brother also, Lakota, also played out there. So 3rd and long. Unoni from his own end zone, looking for anyone downfield, being chased. He's going to try to do it himself. He has some room, has a block, has a Moravia held first down, and he just stepped out of bounds again. Oh, what a play. That unscripted play picks up almost 35 yards, move the chains, and Unoni, on a bad ankle and all, is carrying this Dunmore team.
What a job by Unoni in here. Scrambling around, looking, really patient, looking for it. Key block right there. Just pancaked him.
Oh, boy. And he almost took off down the sidelines. That could have been a disaster for the Chiefs. Harding, left side, will end around for a couple yards. We're under 5 to play here in this game. Dunmore, though, trying to tie this one up. Couple yards, but how about Unoni? What a difference he has made in this offense. Banged up and all. You see the right ankle taped. You see his right knee brace. Has a brace on it.
Boy,
but someone is pushing this junior quarterback. Boy, he keeps this drive alive. Let's see, Unoni back, still pressure, trying to hit a screen to the Miller, but Nanowitz is there to make the stop, the player of the game, now on both sides of the ball. Loss of 9 yards.
Nanowitz, 6'2", 215-pound junior. Senior, I'm sorry.
Senior.
Nice job there. Very disciplined player. Doing whatever he can to help the Lakeland Chiefs right now.
Well, now you got to keep Unoni in the pocket because he is a threat. Well, are you in 2-down territory? Are you punting if you get this?
I don't think Coach McHale's thinking about punting right now.
Unoni back. Here comes the rush. Unoni, he slipped down. Tried to plant on that bad foot, and he slipped out underneath, and he goes down at the 22-yard line. 4th and long way. I don't know. I think you have to kick this one.
This is a great job by the Chiefs secondary. They are putting them under duress every single time, and the Chiefs have been stepping up, taking away any pass options for Unoni to look at.
He's had some trouble lateral movement, and there you saw he slipped right out. So Sotil in to punt it. Dunmore's 3 timeouts left, so good high kick. Going to take a bounce right at midfield. And Lakeland will have it right there at the 46. Let's go down to Vince now on the sidelines.
Thanks, Bob. Dr. Todd Smilekam, and I'm here with Julia Tamburino, the first ever 2-time Miss Buck. Let me ask, how does it feel to have that honor?
That's really great to have that honor. I have dreamed of being Miss Buck since I was a little girl, so being the first person to ever have it twice was, amazing.
All right. As Miss Buck, what do you do?
So I'm obviously out there twirling, so I do 1 baton, 2 batons, 3 batons. I do some props, I do swords, light batons. I do have a hoop as well. I haven't really brought that out yet this year. And then I do fire batons when we're on a grass field or if I'm out at festivals or in parades. I do 1, 2, and 3 fire. And then but it's not only that. Miss Buck's also a very big role model position, so you always have to be smiling and very outgoing and very very uplifting the vibe for the night.
All right, last question I have for you. What does Miss Buck have in the future?
Me? I'm not too sure yet. I want to be a teacher, I think, and then I want to keep twirling, so I don't know if I'm going to try to twirl in college, or if not, I'm going to try to coach. And even if I do twirl in college, I think I'll try to coach after those years, because I still want to keep twirl in my life somehow.
All right, well, Julia, congratulations on being the first 2-time Miss Buck. It's time for the Dr. Todd Smilekam. Wave to your fans.
Well, she's waving because her team just scored. Or should say, wrong team. My fault. I don't know what I was thinking. Lakeland scores 54-yard jaunt. Gavin Roberts, 6th touchdown of the season. And this game may be over. 28-14 the score off the option, Coach.
This was a great call at this time, and I don't know why they didn't just get them out of bounds. They were right there. Again, I talk about that sideline being the 12th defender. Use it. And he just slipped right through. And that, I think, was the backbreaker for this evening.
Yeah, that could be, as you just said, that could be a big run by Gavin Roberts, who had 122 yards against Riverside. It's a big one there. He didn't have to put up the numbers tonight, but he puts up a touchdown that could hold and turn out to be the game-winning score. So Janoski on for the PAT. Give credit to that Lakeland defense on that last drive and last possession from Dunmore. They pushed them back. Dunmore was forced to punt, and Lakeland makes them pay. Janoski, long kick to McHale from his 7. McHale up the middle. McHale running room. Jack McHale up to the 43-yard line. So good field position for Dunmore. 2:23 left in this game.
Justice True Value Home and Garden in Clark Summit proudly supports our area high schools and reminds everyone to power through fall yard cleanup with a full range of steel, gas, and battery leaf blowers. And while at Justice Home and Garden, check out the fresh delivery of mums.
Dunmore now down 14 from their own 45. Inone has time. Can't find anybody. Pulls it down, falls forward. Gain of about 6. Gets back up.
Boy, I'll tell you, watching him on film is one thing, but watching him really do this is really, really special. And unfortunately, number 15 right now.
Cody Miller is on the turf here at Dunmore.
Tonight's Bucks-Chiefs matchup is brought to you by attorney Brian J. Calley in Dunmore. With over 40 years of trusted experience in family law, real estate, estates, and business matters, Brian Calley is a name Northeast Pennsylvania counts on. Visit CalleyLawPA.com or call 570-344-2029 today.
So here's what we have on tap on my TV as we head to week number 7 already. Next week we will be up in the Pioneer City of Carbondale. Lackawanna Trail, one of our top 10 teams, heads into Carbondale. Then we'll have Hazleton, Pittston area, Selinsgrove, Berwick, and after that on the 24th, last regular season game, we'll be back here at Dunmore Veterans Memorial Stadium as North Pocono takes on Scranton Prep. So got some key games coming up. We'll see some of our top 10 teams and some of the top teams in the area as they head toward the playoffs in the end of October. 2:06 remaining in this game. Inone back, has time. Has an open receiver, had Mecca, but Gavin Roberts comes over from his safety spot and bats it down.
That's a nice breakup. I thought he was going to get a pick 6 on this one because there was nobody in his sights after that. Good timing. And you see Coach, it's like, oh!
Well read by Roberts back there, who leads the team with 2 interceptions coming in. Rosenkrantz has a key PAT tonight for his first of the season. Inone underneath center. Has time, looking downfield, still surveying, looking for anyone open, can't find anybody, and steps out of bounds. Officially loss of a yard.
Boy, Weston Inone, how patient is he that he comes up, attacks the line of scrimmage, but he's really 1 yard away, just trying to get his receivers a little bit more time to break off of those defenders, and they can't do it.
4th down now. This is most likely the game, Jan. 4th down, they can't convert on this. Lakeland can pretty much run out the clock. Dunmore does have 3 timeouts left, but they're down 2 scores.
Okay. I just saw one official put the ball back 2 yards and they moved the stick.
A quick hitter over the middle is going to be short of the line to gain by a half a yard. Catch by Josh Dudek.
Will move the sticks, right? Waiting.
I'm not.
They're going to move the sticks. I thought it was a half yard short, but they're going to mark them right at the Lakeland 45.
I'm thinking, I thought it was forward progress myself. I thought he had it, but he got driven back. But
well, good catch by Dudek. Good pass by Unoni. The junior back in traffic has Brendan Mecca. Mecca inside the 40.
And this is the dimension that Unoni brings to the Dunmore Bucks offense. Yes, they're a wing tee, but now with his skill set, he's able now to add that next dimension of the passing game.
Clock is rolling, 1:20 and counting. Good protection. Going to go to the end zone. In traffic, and a one-on-one play. Great job by Poaches to knock that one out of Dudek's hands.
I have to give props to that offensive line, that young offensive line up there. Carter Davies, Patrick Dickel, Keegan O'Briscoe, Braden Shigo, and Ethan Durst. They're giving him time to throw that ball. There's 4 guys coming with hard pressure, and they're picking it up, doing a nice job.
And Poach is playing really well. He's just a sophomore, Coach. We saw a lot of number 1 tonight. He was injured a little bit, and there he comes up with a key play. So now third down. Unoni trying to break it up, but Nanowitz gets the big paw out and knocks it down, and it'll be 4th down again for Dunmore.
He did, again, 6'2", coming at you.
And athletic. Baseball player, played a little lacrosse. He's an all-around athlete. He read that nicely.
He did. He had good separation. 77 was on him. He pushed off, jumped up, got that hand on there, denying Mecca that screen.
Well, the good news is Dunmore has not had to use a timeout, but it is 4th down. Mecca next to Unoni. Hard count. Back, Unoni surveying. Over the middle. And it's tipped in, falls incomplete, and that will do it. That should do it. Somebody got a hand up, knocked that one down.
Dylan Loomis, I believe, 59.
The sophomore knocks it down, and in 58 seconds, Lakeland takes over, up 28-14.
Let's see if that was indeed Dylan Loomis, 59.
Yep, good call. Good eyes, Coach. So unless something really strange happens, Lakeland's going to improve to 5-1. Dunmore's going to drop to 3-3.
And we talked about the standings in that division, and it was by 1 game. Now this separates it. Lakeland's now sitting way up top.
Way up top, a win over Dunmore and a win over Riverside already. So Riverside could end up the 2nd seed, have to face Dunmore again. And I don't think the Bucks are going to call a timeout here. So it's back to the drawing board for Dunmore. They get Mid-Valley here next week. Lakeland will head to Honesdale. But another huge win for the Chiefs. Our number 10 Friday Night Rivals team comes in here to Veterans Memorial Stadium and wins their first victory over the Bucks in 3 seasons.
Wow.
So Dunmore won the last one. Last Lakeland win was 2022. They won 55-14. Put this one in the books. The Chiefs beat Dunmore 28-14 and keep moving forward to a district championship. These 2 teams could meet again down the line. That remains to be seen. We'll have our players of the game brought to you by Luzerne County Community College. We'll also have our bus stop of the game, Coach. Could be a couple out there.
There were a few of them out there with such hard hits tonight.
But again, David Nanowitz, 3 scores. Gavin Roberts puts this one in the books with a 54-yard jaunt. 28 on the board. They hold on for the win here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. So a bunch of mistakes by the Bucks cost them a little bit and cost them some of this in this game.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
And the Lakeland defense came in big all night, and the stop of the game happened moments ago as big number 59 Loomis gets his hand on the ball on 4th down and keeps Lakeland at 5-1. Let's go down to Vince with our Luzerne County Community College players of the game.
Thanks, Bob. We're here with David Nanowitz and Gavin Roberts. David, start with you. A 3-touchdown game, moving you guys to 5-1. How does it feel?
It feels amazing, man. We knew coming in this was a big game. You know, the big rivalry game between us and Dunmore, and you know, just the whole team executed, played as a team. A little rusty in the first half, came out in the second half a little flat, but we got it. We trust each other. We picked it back together. How we play.
And Gavin, when you first took your helmet off, gasping for air, still tired from that long touchdown, aren't you?
Yeah, that was a good play call. We, called speed option, and that was the game closer. I'm just glad I was the one to do it.
Well, you guys picked up the big win. The last time you guys beat Dunmore was back in 2022. That's when you guys made it to the state playoff. Because this be foreshadowing for the rest of the year.
You know, we're just taking it 1 week at a time, but we're going to keep grinding, working hard, and doing what we do every week.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to beat Dunmore. You know, they're our big rival. This is a big win for us, and I'm just excited for next week.
All right, gentlemen, go celebrate.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, guys.
So the Friday Night Rivals plaque goes to the Lakeland Chiefs. They defeat Dunmore here in Division II of the Lackawanna Football Conference, Coach. And, again, a lot of mistakes from the Bucks, 3 turnovers. 2 of them turned into points for Lakeland. That could have been the difference, but Lakeland also doing it on the ground. Nanowitz, a big factor, probably the best player, one of the best players on the field next to Yanoni.
Well, I'll tell you, Yanoni, I have to give that young man props. To come out here and play under the situation he did with the injuries, he didn't want to let his team down. He tried his best. It's a team sport, and they just didn't have enough tonight. Lakeland did enough to beat them, and that was done because, Bob, as you said, they ended up capitalizing on those turnovers, and Dunmore couldn't do that this evening.
So we'll wrap it up with a couple key scores. Our number 1 team, Schuylkill Haven, holds on and beats Williams Valley 43-29. They improve to 6-0. And Berwick Bulldogs will improve to 6-0 with a big win over previously undefeated Wyoming area, 35-13.
North Pocono soundly beating Dallas 35-14.
So we'll see those teams down the line. We'll see Berwick against Selinsgrove, as you said. Next week it will be Lackawanna Trail and Carbondale live here at 7 p.m. on MyTV WQMY. So congratulations to the Lakeland Chiefs. They moved to 5-1. Dunmore host Mid-Valley here next week. Chiefs head to Honesdale. For the entire Fox 56 Sports crew, for Vincent Goldschmidt, Jan Sechak, this is Bob Ide saying so long from Dunmore.